Good afternoon, 2nd Platoon, 1st Squad. My name is Cadet Christian, and today I'll be briefing a classified mission briefing on squad ambush. So, our action is to brief the mission of our squad ambush. So, I know you'll understand this when you can identify the ambush plan of action, you'll understand the roles and placements of personnel, and you'll understand the ambush sequence attack. For our frag guard and overall knowledge, we are part of a platoon, or to be exact, 2nd Platoon. We are 1st Squad, but we are given 3 Claymores and 2 AT4s. Also, we are attached as a gun team. The time is now 7 o'clock, and we must conduct our ambush no later than 12 o'clock. So we'll be traveling down from our ORP down to our RP, our ambush site, and conducting our ambush. This is a North Torbian squad that we'll be conducting an ambush on, and they'll be traveling up the road, and I will show you that just briefly. So, this is what our operational map looks like. It's pretty zoomed out, but we'll be conducting our ambush in this region right here, where we see this road that goes all the way south, comes up north, and has a fork in the road before traveling a little bit more north. We're going to use this fork in the road, more specifically this choke point, in order to conduct our ambush on the North Torbian squad. For a G-map and more of a close-up, this is what our ambush area looks like. As you can see, there's a lot of good foliage here, a lot of good cover and concealment when we start to place our security, our attack, and our support teams. But then we also see that there is a big open area here and the road in which the enemy will be traveling on. Now to dissect our plan of action. So we'll be coming from the ORP to check our RP, which is our release point. From our release point, we designated each team to their own locations. To give a brief synopsis of why each team is here, we have our left side security, which is on a hilltop. If you refer to your operational overlay, you'll see that they're on a hilltop with good vegetation. This vegetation is going to provide concealment and cover for the left side team, security team, when they see that the enemy is coming from south. And the right side security just provides that eyesight on the right side, but we don't expect any enemies to come from there. We see that our gun team, which is here with the yellow, is going to be our support team, and then we have our assault team consisting of 5 different personnel. As we have our support team here, the gun team, and our assault team here, I've designated that the Bravo team leader and the Bravo rifleman to have AT4s. So both AT4s will be in our assault position right here. We have designated our kill zone to be right after the fork in the road. We expect for the CSK, which the North Torbian squad will have, to maybe slow down around this area. And we use that to our advantage as they slow down or dismount. And we can use this kill zone tomato soup here to take out as many enemies as possible. If the CSK decide to dismount their teams, it's possible that the personnel will begin to walk in front of the CSK. Therefore, we have placed our claymores in consecutive order. In the instance that the personnel will walk ahead of the CSK, we can use anti-personnel weaponry to take out as many people as possible. And there's a chance that it will fall afterwards, but we do not want to place too many things here, so we placed our claymores up more ahead. And then we know that our LOA will be following PL Basil. So, with that being said, we know why we have our concealment cover here. Good concealment coverage and a good position here. We have that the support position is slightly slanted, but they'll be conducting a lift and shift fire as we conduct our ambush. So, as we have the enemy here, he'll travel up the road to kill zone tomato soup. We know our initiation point is going to be the bend in the road. So when we have our 2 forks split off, it'll come and converge into one point. When that CSK gets to that one point, that's when we'll initiate our contact. If there are personnel walking, as we mentioned, we're going to use the claymore as an anti-personnel measure to take out as many enemies as possible. If this is not the case, the squad leader will shoot a fire to initiate our attack onto the CSK in that North Torbian squad. So, as that is happening, we will completely eliminate the CSK and all personnel. So, as we do that, we're going to be into a cyclic round of fire for 8 to 10 seconds, and this will be repeated from our attack and support squad until the enemy is finalized or terminated. Our assault team is going to go through the kill zone into our LOA. From there, our teams will conduct an EPW search where we will make sure that all the enemies here are eliminated and that all the enemies are cleared of weaponry and information. After the assault team assaults through to the LOA, conducts their EPW, they're going to turn back around and they're going to come back up, back to this RP, also known as this choke point. So how this is going to follow is we're going to have our assault team, our support team, and our security follow through. So the way that they were distributed out, the opposite way they will be distributed in to our RP and eventually our ORP. So that is how we will plan to conduct our ambush on the North Torbian squad that'll be coming up the road. If you have any questions about placement, further your attention to your operational layover. If not, this concludes my presentation unless anybody has questions. Thank you.